stayed quiet so love wouldn't break. Held my breath, let moments pass. Some endings don't deserve a sound, just a half-empty glass. You walked out like a soft decision that nobody could hear. Loving you was fragile. I handled it with care. Now I sit inside the echo of knowing you were there. Didn't trust my voice with it. The whiskey held a sentence, like I knew you wouldn't care. You taught me how to disappear without leaving the room. I still sit where you left me, like a habit I assume. Your silence had a heartbeat. It would sound like mine tonight. Still waiting for a door to close that you forgot to shut. I loved you without witnesses. No proof, no one to blame. Just two shadows learning silence and calling it a name. You never saw me falling because I never made a sound. Some hearts break like closing doors, and no one else is around. If loving you was lonely, leaving you was worse, I carried both in quiet hands and let the night rehearse. Your name still lives inside the bottle, between the label and the burn. I never learned how to forget you. I only learned how not to turn. The smoke remembers how you left me, slow and careful not to wait. I stayed awake for all the nights you didn't know were mine to take. If I say your name too softly, it sounds like I'm still yours. So I let the whiskey say it like it has 1,000 times before. Say it. Let it rest inside my chest. The glass was closer than your voice, so I told it what I meant. You used to answer without asking. Now silence finishes my thoughts. I pour another inch of courage and drink the things I never lost. If you ever wonder why I faded, I learned to leave without a sound. Some love survives by staying quiet, where no one else can track it down. Waited where the streetlight bends, shadows keep their promises. Your name stay warm inside my mouth, but you never cross the distance. The phone lay silent in my hand, like it already knew the truth. Some nights don't end in goodbye, they just forget you ever came through. I spoke to you without a sound, to the empty chair across the room. The whiskey watched me lie to myself, said you'd be home, said you'd be soon. Your jacket still smells like the rain, that night you left without a fight. I keep touching what isn't there, like it might still remember my head. I don't ask where you went now, I ask why I stayed behind. Some loves don't break loudly, they disappear one quiet line at a time. If you ever hear this silence, know we learned your name from me. Every breath I didn't send you still waits where you used to be. I'm not angry, I'm tired from holding space. You won't fill even the clock. Stopped asking why my heart refuses to heal. Not for you, but for the truth that I loved you without noise and lost you without proof. If you come back in a memory, don't speak, just let me know. Some answers hurt too loudly, I'd rather never hear you go. Your mark beneath my skin, a place where love once let you in. It hurt, it burned, but didn't stay. The kind of wound that heals its way. My voice went rough, my nights went long, but still I learned where I belong. You heard the crack, but not the core, the part that wouldn't break once more. The mirror knows the cost I paid to keep the woman that you name. Too much, too deep, too hard to hold, too real to fit the life you sold. No chorus saves me from this truth, no sound returns my wasted youth. Just breath by breath and scar by scar, I learn exactly who you are. scarred, but still alive. With all the love I learned to survive. You lost the best of what we were, the woman strong enough to endure. The glass stays firm against my hand, like something finally learned to stand. I drink it slow, I drink it straight. I face the cards you couldn't pay. You wanted love without the fight, without the dark, without the night. I stayed where truth was hard and raw, and learned what loving really cost. Your footsteps faded down the hall. Mine never learned to run at all. I took the hit, I took the blame, and stood up right inside the flame. No chorus lifts this broken ground. No crowd arrives, no saving sound. Just breathing bone and steady will, refusing now to break or kneel. Whiskey burns, but so do I. Still standing where you said goodbye. You left to save your fragile pride. I stayed and faced the things inside. I don't need you to understand. I hold my ground, I make my stand. You fell away, I learned my part. The strength that lives inside my heart. flame, but fear the burn. You left before it was your turn. I stayed inside, was scared your hand, and learned how pain still understands. My voice grew low, but never weak. It learned new ways to stay and speak. You heard the fire but turned your head, afraid of words that might have bled. Bottle knows the nights I fought to keep the heart you never caught. I drank to calm, not to forget. I faced the truth you never met. No chorus rises from this scar. No sound explains how strong we are. Just flesh and will and steady breath. I'll live in what you call my death. Hey, hey, couldn't tame. I stood inside the burning view and kept the fire you never knew. I'm not the wreck you hope to find. I'm what survived you in my mind. You lost the part that made me true, the strength I found by losing you. You learn to leave without a sound, like knives that never hit the ground. Your quiet cut me open slow and taught my heart what not to show. I carried pride you couldn't hold. It cracked but never turned to cold. I stood where truth was hard to stand and bled alone but stayed a woman. Your name still rings inside this room like something born to meet its doom. I say it once, then let it fall. The loudest wound is none at all. No chorus comes to save this pain. No sound arrives to call you back again. Just breath and bone and broken skin, and learning how to hold it in. You took the easy way to go and left me facing what I know, that love can hurt without a scream, and still demand I stay obscene. I don't collapse, I don't pretend. I wear the mark you didn't end. Your silence cut but didn't end the strength you never learned to bend. Not erased, just quiet in a slower pace. I breathed through nights you couldn't stay, and found my strength along the way. How you tried to take my calm and call it pride, but I stayed still, I stayed aware, and learned how much my heart could bear. Your voice is gone, but I remain with broken love and steady gain. I lost the dream you couldn't keep, but found myself beneath the deep. No chorus lifts this moment high. No sound explains the reason why. Just breath by breath and hour by hour, learning quiet you never caught. You walked away from what I grew, still breathing after losing you. I don't accuse. I simply stand with what I choose. You left the night, I stayed with dawn, and carried on. When you were gone, bottle waits, it doesn't judge, it never asks for too much love. I drink it slow, I drink it clean, like facing what I've always been. You left with words you couldn't own, and handed me the truth alone. I held it close, I held it tight, and learned to walk myself through night. My pride was bent, but never gone. It learned to rise by holding on. Tried to break what wouldn't bow. I'm standing in that silence now. No chorus comes to shout me free. No sound redeems what came to be. Just steady loss and quiet will to stay upright and standing still. drink to what I didn't say, and thank the dark you walked away. You took the loud, I kept the true, the part that lived, surviving you. This whiskey burns, but lets me see who stayed behind and learned to be. Like something written just to fall. I trace it once, then let it be. A word that never answered me. You left with pride you wouldn't show, and taught my heart to move in slow. I learned to breathe between the cracks and carry weight without collapse. The glass stays still, my hands don't shake. I found some strength you couldn't take. You walked away, I stayed inside the quiet place where I survived. No sound arrives to lift my chin. No chorus tells me how to win. Just steady time and lowered eyes, and learning how to live with life. Your shadow slips across the floor. It doesn't hurt the way before. I let it pass, I let it fade, like all the plans we never made. I stand alone, but not undone. The night and I have both grown numb. Your stay behind in me. You left your weight inside this room, like smoke that didn't choose to move. I breathe it in, I breathe it slow. It tastes like things I'll never know. The floor still holds the sound you made when every promise learned to fade. I never chased, I never ran. I stay with what I couldn't stand. Your silence taught me how to sit with broken pride and pieces of it. I didn't beg, I didn't cry. I let the night decide the why. No chorus comes to lift this pain, no loud release to entertain, just steady breath and low regret of everything we never stayed full until you left. Like it was holding something else. I never touched it, never tried. I let it wait the way you did. The night moved slow across the room. You learned your shape, you learned your gloom. I spoke to air, I spoke to time. Both answered back in broken lines. Your name still hangs above the chair, like something said but never there. I don't correct it, I don't move. I let the silence speak for you. No chorus comes to change this space. No sound arrives to save my face. The quiet does what you once knew. It stays, then leaves without a cue. The bottle leans against the wall, like it remembers every fall. I pour again, but nothing ends. The glass still waits like we were friends. You never said you'd disappear. You just became less present here. I learned how to sit and stay, and let the night erase the day. No promise breaks, no memory shouts. The whiskey whispers, then runs out. I don't ask why, don't defend. I sit with what you didn't know. Still breathe the way you were before the night became a blur. I stayed behind, you slipped away like something I forgot to say. The glass stays full, my hands don't shake. I drink for what I didn't take. You taught the night to let me be. Still here with what you did to me. No anger lives inside the sea, just quiet loss and missing heat. You're gone, but something stayed through. The whiskey knows it isn't you. I don't ask why, I don't pursue. I let the hours pass me through. You left your mark, then chose to run. I'm still here after you're done. The bottle waits, it doesn't rush like it did when you spoke too much. Tonight it stays completely still and teaches me how not to feel. Your name rests heavy in my throat. I never learned the final note, so I let whiskey take its time and blur the edge of every line. You never needed words to go. The quiet said what I should know. I pour again, but nothing's loud. The night behaves the way you allow. No chorus comes to lift this weight. No sound arrives to negotiate. I sit and let the moment drown in whiskey without a sound. The chair still leans the way you said, like time forgot where we were at. I speak your name without a sound. It falls and never hits the ground. My glass grows cold before my hands, like promises you never planned. I don't accuse, I don't defend. I let the night pretend you win. You left no note, no final line, just empty space and borrowed time. So I stay still, let nothing move. The chair remembers more than you. No music tried to pull me through. The silence does what you would do. It sits, it stays, it doesn't leave. Just like the chair across from me. The glass remembers how you stayed. Your fingerprints refuse to fade. I turn it slow, I drink it neat, like words you never chose to speak. The bottle leans against the night. It knows your weight, it knows the fight. I ask it things I never said. It answers back with what we bled. You never came to say goodbye. You let the silence do the light. So I just sit and let it pour. The truth you left here on the floor. No sound arrives to break this calm. The whiskey keeps your missing warm. I don't reach out, I let it be. The glass still knows what's left of me. The curtains breathe your fading name in half-lit rooms that feel the same. The night leans close but says no more, like you did once, then close the door. My glass is warm against my hand. The truth I never planned to stand. Each sip just slows the fall of thought of all the love we almost caught. You're Your shadow stays but never speaks. It rests inside my quiet weeks. The bottle knows the shape of you. It hums the lies I thought were true. No window clears the ache I keep. No dawn arrives too loud or deep. The whiskey moves, but I remain still seated with your silent name. The glass runs dry, but still your breath just passes by. I never beg, I never cry. I let the memory quiet.